Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another Planet Coaster video. Today we're looking at the top 5 dueling coasters from the Dueling Coaster contest. This is the Expert Builder bracket. And this bracket had a total of 8 competitors, and we are showing off a top 5 and giving prizes to the top 3, even though it is a small bracket, but it is a tight bracket, and these were all expert creations. So stay tuned and let's check them out. All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. We are on the road to 100K, and we are building quite a community here with tons of fun events and all sorts of really great stuff. So if you want to participate in anything and take a closer look, check out our Discord as well. But we have Planet Coaster coming on console soon, and we have a lot of things in store for this game, even 3 years into the making. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, for all the fun stuff coming down the road. But we have 5 amazing creations to go over here today, so let's get right on into it, starting with our 5th place winner of the expert bracket, which goes to Glitch by Erebus. This was probably the most unique creation, most abstract creation of the entire contest. Tried something different, went outside of the box to do, outside of his comfort zone to try something unique and be innovative, and took a risk with this one, took a chance and did some really cool stuff with both the flashing sign, the glitch effects, and some really neat lighting effects throughout the whole coaster. And it was really fun. While there wasn't much of a separation in the versus aspect, it was really one color versus another. There wasn't a whole lot of theming other than the fact that it's something abstract and it's all based around lights. And I guess the theme is like a glitch inside of a computer system, but it was really hard to distinguish what it was, and that could make it a little bit hard for people to go, what do I have to hold on to here? What is this that I'm voting for? When we're asking for something versus something, 2 distinct themes, 2 dueling coasters, and you see, they were dueling, they were competitive, but it's also just a lot of things going on, and the abstract craziness of it all, it just made it so hard to compare it from the rest. But with that said, it stood out from the rest as well, and definitely deserving of an honorable mention here, definitely worthy of a 5th place win from Erebus. So congratulations on the runner-up being an honorable mention in your bracket, Erebus, and really good job trying to do something different and just having fun. And that's what these contests are all about. So you get a little medal from me for being different and standing out. And I think out of the entire contest, you did something that was, to me, the most unique amongst them all. Even though you only landed 5th place of your bracket, you still won, in my opinion, in terms of standing out and being unique. So really good job there. And our 4th place runner-up goes to Twilight Dancers by Jesus. This was a really beautiful creation. I really loved it, and it was actually really competitive and close with Erebus. They were both competing for the 4th place runner-up spot. Very competitive. They almost tied basically, and you did a really good job with Twilight Dancers. I thought it was a beautiful song and dance between 2 characters. You had the twilight effects, you had the sun versus the sunset, the night versus day kind of sort of thing going on there, and some beautiful artwork and some great dueling elements. I think it embodied the spirit of the contest absolutely. You had something versus something, 2 distinct different themes, great dueling elements, and beautiful artwork. Absolutely expert quality stuff, and deserving of even the top 3. However, your competition was just really, really tough. So I think being a runner-up in this bracket is no slouchy feat at all. It's definitely a tough, small bracket. Being 4th place is quite the achievement. So great job on that one, Jesus. Keep up the good work, and congratulations on 4th place runner-up. And the 3rd place winner of the Expert Builder bracket goes to Frostburn by Blubber. Holy moly, this is probably the tightest of the entire competition in terms of trying to vie for 2nd place. Blubber, you basically had 2nd place, and then you lost 2nd place, and then you had 2nd place, and then you lost 2nd place. Every time I checked the voting form, you were in 2nd and then in 3rd, and this is the tightest I've ever seen 2 coasters compete, and that you will find out what you were competing with in the 2nd place, but it was close. You got 3rd place at the end. You definitely can easily deserve 2nd. second as well. I'd say with Blubber's creation here, he did the Frost Burn, which was the fire versus ice. We had like, I feel like there was like 10 fire versus ices in this entire contest. You did it the best. Yours was by far the best fire versus ice. I think that deserves a little bit of achievement there because a lot of people did choose that theme. And you also, for me, get a medal from me for probably the best spirit in the entire contest. When we talk about dueling aspects, something versus something, we wanted you to create two different elements that were unique on their own, their own experience, and then brought together for a duel and have them clash. When yours were brought together and crossing over and competing, they still remained in their own element. And I ranted about this for like, I think 15 minutes in that video. I was just pointing out all the things that you did right. And I think I spent the most time talking about your spirit of the contest elements than any other creation in the entire contest. Somehow you found a clever way to make the fire always be in fire even when it was in the ice zone, and it was just leaving a wake of fire in its path as well as ice leaving a trail of ice in its path. And they had this like beautiful song and dance and harmony between their themes, and for me that just embodied the spirit of the contest probably better than anybody else. So you could have easily taken second place, but you lost just by a little hair, but you still won. Third place means you're going to get a Steam game of your choice. You got third place in one of the hardest brackets in the contest, one of the most competitive brackets in the contest, and you're definitely an up-and-coming master legend builder. So don't stop what you're doing, Blubber. Keep up the good work. Beautiful job on third place and great spirit. And second place winner of the expert bracket goes to the Hidden World, created by Denise Babis. Wow. This was two dancing X-Dimension dueling coasters, a song and dance between two dragons. I've never seen two X-Dimension coasters get so close and have such a nice harmony and a dance. They're looking back and forth with each other, and they're going on an adventure, an exploration through a beautiful vista, a beautiful terrain, but they actually went to the hidden world at the end, and one of the, if not the best, most detailed underground cavern that I have ever seen in Planet Coaster history. It was beautiful, mesmerizing, and enchanting. Absolutely breathtaking, and to see that all happen with a bit of a story build up with the two dragons dancing and having a good time, to end it off that way was just astonishing. So again, it was an exploration 4D X-Dimension exploration adventure storytelling coaster. Wow, that's a lot of big words in one sentence, and it's the truth. It embodied all those things, and especially the spirit of the contest. Something versus something, but they're not verses, but actually brought together as a dance. A beautiful song and dance between two amazing characters. Really, really good job. You really hit all elements that we would want to see in a contest like this, but also went above and beyond, because we never asked people to do exploration coasters or X dimensions or storytelling, and that's up in the along the lines of all the other top winners that we've seen from the other brackets, and then we will see from the future brackets. Denise Babis, definitely someone to watch out for in this community, as she has come forward with an amazing creation and absolutely deserving of second place in the expert builder bracket. So really good job there. Congratulations, Denise, on second place of one of the toughest brackets, and you will be receiving a Steam game of your choice. Boom. And the first place winner goes to Lord of the Rings, created by Bugle, also known as Boogie, Boogle, Bugle, whatever you want to call him, guys. He is the champion of the expert builder bracket, and my freaking goodness, one of the coolest coasters in the contest in terms of exploration storytelling. Absolutely. This looks like you spent 5 years on this creation. You did the Tree Ants versus Sauron, and one of the experiences was just going through the orc horde. You'd see all the different orcs. They were different experiences start to finish. We became an orc by the time we left the Sauron part of the coaster and started dueling, and same could be said with the Tree Ants. We became a tree ant. We experienced our own unique storytelling coasters for a very long time, I would say a couple minutes, before the dueling even started taking place. And when that happened, we had dams busting open, going through dugouts, explosions, all sorts of crazy stuff. It was just an action eye-watering, eye-candy experience start to finish, and a beautiful storytelling experience at that. And you captured everything from the Lord of the Rings to a T. Wow. It's basically the most epic movie coaster contest, exploration coaster that I've ever seen, and it's dueling the entire way through. And kind of like the same praise I gave to the Hidden World by Denise, you did the same kind of thing, but just took it to the next level without the need of an X Dimension coaster or anything like that. You just used, you know, standard launch coasters to depict everything that you needed to, and you just crushed it. There's so much artwork gone into this that when I watched it, I was like, there's no way anyone in this bracket's beating this. You know, no matter what. And I loved Hidden World, I love Frostburn, I love Twilight, I like everything in this bracket. I love them all equally, but I knew with this one, in terms of voting, what people are going to choose as the winner, I knew nothing would beat it. And you clearly dominated in this bracket, Bugle, with with several hundred points ahead of the very close top 2 competitors below you. So really amazing stuff, Bugle. Keep up the good work. You are an up-and-coming master legend. I can't wait to see what you do next, buddy. Boom. So there's our top 5, everyone. We're going to move over to the score page section of the video so you can see my predictions as well as the overall percentages and scores in graph form. So let's go do that. So here's the votes, everyone. You can see how many people voted, and for this bracket we had 309, which is actually more than the last bracket. So there you go. And my vote is at the very top here, and I decided that well, I knew what my top 3 were: Lord of the Rings, The Hidden World, and Frostburn. But I was really torn because I hyped up Frostburn and I felt like he hit the spirit of the contest, but The Hidden World was just a big open exploration, and I just thought it was beautiful. And I think the artwork and the adventure meant more to me, even though Frostburn had more of those charming, you know, contest spirit and theming elements. So I had a hard time choosing my second and third, and so did you guys, and we'll see that in a sec. I knew Twilight Dancers was my 4th. I knew Lord of the Rings was my 1st. And I honestly had a hard time with 5th. I gave it to Melissa by Kick 2 because I thought he did a cool thing with the day-night, as well as made a really beautiful, majestic castle. But it really could have gone to anyone at that point. And with the 5th place votes, it didn't matter as much because I wanted to lock in my top 3. But I really could have given it to anyone at this place for 5th, but I gave it to Melissa. So looking at the graphs overall, everyone, here we go. You can see the numbers for yourself. Look at second and third. Literally 8 points difference between Hidden World and Frostburn. Even though Frostburn actually got 5 extra votes, there were more higher votes overall, more second place votes, almost the same first place votes. The scores worked out to be where they were percents away from each other. Literally 1.7%, 0.17%, something like that. Yeah, really close. And I remember Frostburn was in the lead, and then the next morning I'd wake up and check, and Hidden World was in the lead, and they were just so competitive. I've never seen 2 coasters be as competitive ever, and the same could be said for the 4th and 5th place. Glitch was actually in 4th place at one point, I believe, and it fell down to 5th in the very end. And you can even say that with the bottom 3, they're very close. So this is one of these interesting brackets, and I've been saying that with this graph thing. Each of the brackets have way different results. The graph, it's so much fun to look at these graphs and see how each bracket is different, but all the creations are so solid that we have this, like, you know, perfect staircase in a way. But we can clearly see Bugle dominated, but we have competitors here, competitors here, competitors here. People can only choose the top 5. It gets a little trickier, but we can clearly see a top 3 here. 4th and 5th weren't as close to 3rd, so we're not giving bonus prizes there, but you guys did get your honorable mentions, your shout outs. But all 3 of you, Bugle, Denise, Babise, and Blubber, you're all getting Steam games of your choice, and you guys put up a big fight here. Really good stuff. So a very fun, competitive, heavy-hitting bracket from the experts, and all these creations were phenomenal. I like I said, I had a hard time picking my runner-up. It could have gone to any of you guys, and all these bottom creations, while they're on the bottom, they're certainly if you would have put any of these creations in a different bracket, they would have been at the top. This is just a really competitive bracket, so don't feel bad. I mean, Kick2, you're at the bottom, but I gave you my 5th place vote, and I said it could have gone any other way. Don't feel bad if you're at the bottom, because everyone here is just beasts. All these creations were definitely worthy of a spotlight. I would have spotlighted all of them in a heartbeat because they were so good, but it's a small, tight, heavy-hitting bracket. So keep up the good work to everyone here, and thank you to all the viewers and the voters. And it's just so much easier when there's 300 people giving the votes, because there's no arguing that in the end. But yeah, phenomenal stuff from this bracket. Really good stuff. Congratulations to the winners, and thank you to everyone who participated. And we will see you guys in the Master Builder bracket in tomorrow's video. video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you then. Bye now.